Hi everybody, it's Asia Marquet here, Lemon Creation, and today, for the very first time, I'm gonna be working with delaminating alcohol inks. I have to tell you honestly, 1 week ago I didn't even know that something like that exists. They are called delaminating inks, they are alcohol inks, and the ones I have in my hand are coming from Latvian brand, which is called Kamenskaya, and I found them by accident. I watched 2 tutorials and I decided that I'm gonna give it a try because I am not very good at working with alcohol inks, so I said maybe these ones are gonna be better. Little did I know. It's quite still challenging for me to work with alcohol inks, but I am still very happy I bought them because they are completely different. They are very weird to work with, but very nice also. It's very hard to say. It's just I am a little bit in between. I don't know if I'm gonna love them at the end or hate them, but I cannot say too much after the first trial because, well, it was the first trial and you're gonna see I struggle. So I have a few of them. They are so nicely packed. I'm really happy with the company, with the products. They are really nicely done. They have tutorials on the YouTube, especially one which is, I guess it's a Latvian girl who is showing you the inks, and she explains how to work with them. It's a little bit hard for me to understand, but at least I have some notions of Russian because there are subtitles there, so I was trying to manage. I didn't. You're gonna see that I did something completely different than the girl on the tutorial, but I'm gonna give you a link in the description box below. I also bought a synthetic paper. It's like a Yupo paper, kind of Yupo paper from Ursus, but it's much thinner than Yupo paper. It looks almost like like a printing paper. And I'm gonna have isopropyl alcohol and a blending solution, and I'm gonna use those beautiful inks. What's important about these inks is the lamination degree. So at the bottom of the bottle you have either low, medium or high delamination degree. And of course, I googled what delamination means. So it's basically separating into layers. Alcohol inks, as much as I know, they don't do that. But those inks, they do. They are really alcohol inks. They smell like alcohol inks. I think I may be a little bit drunk right now. No, I'm not. But you have to be careful, to open the window when you are working with them. And you have to start by shaking them very well. And they actually, in the small brochure they gave with the purchase, they are explaining that if the alcohol ink has a high degree of delamination, you can just blend it with isopropyl alcohol. If the degree of delamination is medium, you actually add, the proportions are given in the booklet, but you add alcohol, water, and you make like that a blending solution. And for the low delamination degree, you just change a little bit proportion and you make a blending solution, or you just use blending solution. So basically that's all I know for now. I guess there are tricks to that. If you know about these inks or any other alcohol inks which are delaminating, I am really happy if you're gonna, or I will be really happy if you're gonna leave a comment, not only for me but for everybody who is interested in these inks. I'm gonna give you also the link to the inks itself, which I bought on Amazon, and I think it was like Amazon suggestion, or that's how I find them, I think. I'm not sure I bought them from French site, so I'm gonna double check if they are available in USA or England or United Kingdom rather. And I'm gonna give you all the info I can find in the description box. So don't be afraid, this is apparently how you do it. You basically touch with your fingers, so they actually react with the alcohol. As you could see, I did mix of delamination degrees for this page. So I am, of course, not sticking to the instructions because it's me and I'm always doing my own kind of thing. And when you see the tutorial, I'm gonna give you a link to in the description box below or for. You're gonna see that the artist who did the work with the delaminating alcohol, she really did a great job in comparison to mine. But then again, this is my very first try. I was even thinking maybe I will not post this video, but at the end, you know, you know that I always say things straight, like I'm showing my mistakes and things which I didn't manage. And so I said to myself that I'm gonna show you everything, even if it's not especially like, you know, even if it didn't work as well as I would like it to work. And the reason for that is maybe also the fact that I added a normal alcohol inks. These ones are actually alcohol inks, metallic alcohol inks, which are coming from the same company. It's Kamenskaya. But they are not, as far as I know, not the laminating one. So maybe the mix of those two inks didn't actually work to my advantage, but I don't mind. Have you seen the colors? It's just amazing. The gold is just so amazing, and it reacts really, really nicely with the other inks. Well, it doesn't maybe flows very freely, but I'd say maybe if you just move it around or just add a little bit more of blending solution or alcohol, I don't know, it's a lot of, I think they need a lot of experimenting. That's my take on them, because I was actually watching the tutorials and that's what I got it from them. And as you can see here, I am basically mixing everything because I love experimenting. So I'm adding 2 different degrees plus alcohol plus blending solution. So it's a really big mix. On top of that, I'm using it or I'm doing it for the very first time on this Yupo or synthetic paper from Ursus, which I'm not sure is as good as the Yupo paper. First of all, it's you know, quite how do you call it, quite thin. So I was actually very worried that it's gonna buckle up or it's not gonna work very well. It's quite good, but then again, I'm not sure if it's gonna work. And you leave them dry. Apparently, you do not use any heating tool, no hair dryer, no heating tool. You just leave them dry. So that's why I put it away. They were dry in maybe not even 1 hour. I let them dry for a little bit longer to be sure that they are good. The paper didn't buckle up. Now I'm working on Yupo paper and I'm using 2 inks which are actually having the same degree of the lamination. It's a high one. So for the high one, you do not need blending solution. Apparently, you need only isopropyl alcohol. I know that in United States, I think the alcohol you have, I think it's 98 degrees, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Mine is 90, so maybe that's also you know, changes something. I have no idea. I really do not work very often with alcohol inks, and this is also funny. Look like how the alcohol, I think maybe I'm adding too much, but the girl who was doing the tutorial, she was also you know, having an excess of alcohol on the page, and she was putting it away. So I guess this is a normal standard procedure of working with the lamination ink or the laminating inks. So look at that, guys. It actually looks beautiful, and I should have probably leave it at this point and didn't move. I'm sorry, there is a reflection of my lamp. Maybe one day I'll invest in some better lighting, because I am fed up with the reflection, but for now I cannot really afford it, so I'm staying with what it is. So I apologize for that. And I decided also to use my kind of old brush, which is used now only for alcohol, and make some kind of traces in the paper. I was thinking, how is it gonna work? Is it gonna work or won't work or whatever? But that's what I just wanted to do with this video. I wanted to experiment And yes, and at the same time I actually made a video because I was saying, okay, maybe the experiment is gonna work and I'm gonna have like that a video to post. If it doesn't work, well, I'm gonna just throw it away. And as I mentioned, it's not a huge success, but you know, I'm learning, I don't mind. And like that you can see also which things to not do, which mistakes to avoid. And so now I'm doing again a mix of medium and low. So I'm gonna be again experimenting, but this time I decided to make my own blending solution because it seems this is how you make a blending solution with water and alcohol. I didn't know that. Anyway, that's what it says here in the brochure. So I'm thinking this is probably the way to do blending solution. And the degree depends on the proportions, of course, and I'm doing my little chemistry lab here, and I have to tell you, I am so bad at chemistry, it's just... I never could get that thing, so, you know, maybe that's why also the things doesn't work, because alcohol inks, yes, they required, I think, a little bit of, I don't know, of managing, you know, the alcohol and the inks and the proportions, and it seems I'm not very good at that. Once again, I am just adding the alcohol. No, now this time is actually a blending solution, and trying to make something better with the page. I should have actually make a page which is not completely covered with alcohol inks, because it's much nicer if you don't just cover completely, but this is the way I decided to make. And I have to tell you guys, at the end of this video I decided to make 2 pages with normal inks, normal alcohol inks from Ranger, I think. And I have to tell you honestly, guys, I don't have problems only with the laminating inks. I have a problem with all alcohol inks. I'm still not managing them. And it's been years since I've been doing them, not very often, but you know, you would think I learned them at some point. It seems not really. But I'm gonna have a new video, I think, or for sure next week. So be on the lookout, because I actually managed to make a very nice page, I think, out of the normal, regular alcohol inks. And by the way, the set of 3 metallic inks I'm using right now, the golden ones, there are 2 gold colors and 1 silver, are absolutely beautiful, and they are not the laminating one, as I mentioned before, and they are mixing super with the normal alcohol inks, which you're gonna see in my next video. So if you do not have nice metallic ones, metallic alcohol inks, and you would like to buy, I strongly advise you to buy these ones. I had one from Pinata, Jacquard, and it's quite nice also. And I actually don't see a difference between those 3 and Pinata. But they come in the set of 3. I'm not sure if Jacquard is making them in the set, but the set is really just beautiful. And this is gonna be my last page. And yes, it's... at this point, I think I am just throwing inks on the paper, and I'm just using whatever I have at hand. As you could see, or as you can see, I have a mixture of alcohol plus the you know, the metal ink, and I'm just trying to use it so I don't throw it away. So I'm just basically using whichever product I have at hand. So sometimes, you know, when I do that, nice things are coming, and I'm learning tricks which are super cool. This time maybe that didn't happen, but at the end of this video you're gonna see actually the pages turn out quite nicely. They, as I mentioned, they dry in more or less 1 hour. They were actually dry, and it's very humid today. It's not raining, but it's just, it looks like it's gonna rain anytime now. So so I think the drying time is not that bad. Yes, I know this page does not look like much, but I know already what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna cut the pages into ATC cards and they're gonna be completely different because I cannot actually work on the huge page like that, which is covered haphazardly with with different inks. So that's what I'm gonna do probably. I'm gonna cut it to smaller sizes. So here they are. The pages are actually dry. On some of them you can see a texture because I put a little bit too much of the metallic alcohols, but otherwise they are quite smooth. But some of them, and that depends on the fact if you add blending solution or alcohol, or the laminating degree maybe also, I'm not totally sure, but some of them can leave the traces if you touch them with your fingers. So I do not use fixative. If I want to fix something, I actually use the hairspray. So that's it, guys, for today. I hope you enjoyed this crazy video. Thank you so much for subscribing, as always. Thank you for all of your comments. If you have any insights on how to use the laminating alcohols, please let us know in the comments. As always, thank you so much for being here, for watching, for supporting me in so many different ways, for visiting my shops and making a purchase, because it seems you like my small shop, so that makes me super happy. For now, though, I wish you a beautiful day. I'm sending you big hugs, and I hope I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye!